Hey guys, welcome to Mason Creations. I'm Reese and I'm the small business owner behind Mason Creations, where I sell all of the girly glassware that is dishwasher safe. This is my first ever video on YouTube for my small business, so I might be a little awkward at first, but we'll get there. I'm super excited to share with you guys today some of my tips and tricks for markets and what I would say you definitely need as a small business at markets. Let's get started. I don't know why my hair has a little unicorn horn today. Anyway, so first of all, I just wanted to start off with like the basic necessities. Okay, so first off, you're gonna need something to store your cash in. A lot of booths don't take cash, but what I would recommend is be ready for any payment. Have an email set up for e-transfer, have a Square, which I'll talk about soon, or some kind of card transaction machine, and then also take cash. I just got mine off of Amazon here. You can put a little code into it and then it locks. But I used to just use like a container from the dollar store that had dividers. But I'm glad I've been finally able to upgrade. But yes, I would say that it's much easier to keep everything contained in one container rather than having it in like some envelope and then you have to kind of like search for everything. So in this one, it comes with little dividers too. I'm just gonna switch the angle of the camera. Okay, so this one comes with like all these little dividers, like your typical cash box. And then it also comes with a little section underneath, which is where I store my Square. And then I also keep just some pens in here because I feel like I always need a pen at a market, no matter what. But yeah. Okay, so then the next thing that I would say you definitely need is a Square reader or something like it. I feel like it's just really easy to use. The app is really easy to use. And you can just set up all of your items super easy in the app. This is not sponsored, by the way. And yeah, it's just this little square machine. People can insert it as well as tap. I have 3 of these guys at the moment. I'm not sure when I collected so many. But as you can tell, I love them and I use them every single time. And that is the third thing that I would say as well is connected to Square. Definitely have something where you can kind of keep track of how many things you've sold and even like what designs or what things you've sold as well. That's super helpful, so that you can kind of stock up on what needs to be brought in next time. So the next thing is obviously something to store your items on, which I just use like typical camping tables that like fold up. Most vendors use that, I feel like. But yeah, I use 2 of those guys, and then I also have like a smaller table that sometimes I'll squeeze in the middle, sometimes I'll just use it behind my booth. Really just depends on what the booth is looking like that day. But yeah, I just like having options of extra tables as well, as I do need to wrap my products up as well since they're glass. But yeah, you'll need a table or 2 to set all of your products up on, as well as tablecloths to go on them. I would say make sure that they suit your brand. Obviously, at first, it's kind of tricky. Um, but over the years, I've definitely been able to kind of make my booth better. So I actually just got these ones. I just got the pink ones. I haven't even used them yet. My last ones were white. So I'm very excited to use these. I think they're just fitted tablecloths. And then they have these little things that the legs stick into, and then it goes tight all around your table, all the way down to the bottom of the legs. So that way you don't have to deal with like issues with wind or anything either, which is really nice. So I totally recommend that. And then I also just got like a lace tablecloth for over top. I've never used this one before either, but just since the pink was so bright for my brand, I just got this for the branding aesthetic of it. Next thing I would say is super important is to have signage. If people can't see facts or prices, I feel like they just half the time will walk by because they don't want to ask you or talk to you, which sounds terrible, but some people just want to saunter and be by themselves. So if you don't have a sign, I feel like that's kind of something important to have. So I just have one that says dishwasher safe and eco-friendly. A lot of people don't think that my products are dishwasher safe because they're vinyl, but I'll talk about that in another video. They are dishwasher safe, so I just make sure that people can see that, and lots of people always acknowledge this sign. Like I have photo shoots that have been done and I put little photos of my products in there just as like things to put on the table. I feel like a lot of people love to see those. kind of other people using your products too. I have a barcode to my Instagram. This is also something that a lot of people use, so I would totally recommend that. I think I have 2 of these for each corner of my table. Once again, you're going to want to share your price. If your price isn't obvious, then people will typically walk by. So I have this sign here, which a lot of people still don't see. So I still need to get a bigger one, I think. But it just has like a price on it, and then people can kind of see and not have to ask you. And then the next thing I would definitely say is really, really important. Lots of people ask for it, lots of people will just take them. Is business cards for sure. So for business cards, I just to suit my brand, I just have like this butter dish that I lay them out on. People are always grabbing them from there. So the front just has my logo on it, and then the back, I made sure to include that I'm Canadian, teen, and women owned. Lots of people like to see any of those words as well. And then it says custom glassware and more. They kind of know that I do customs and not just glassware. And then I have my phone number, my email, as well as where I'm located on there. And then it just says scan here to find us on Instagram, so they can easily find me on Instagram. And then just my website at the bottom. So this is my little business card. You're going to want to make sure you definitely have one of those. And the last thing that I can really think of would be something to display your items on. A lot of people will like it if your products are lifted up higher, just depending on what you're selling, especially as well. A lot of my things are being stored somewhere else right now, so I can't show you everything that I have. But I have this little display stand here. Y'all want to guess what it is? It's a kid's stool. So I just use these and I put my cups on them. I also just bought a new huge shelf for on my table, which I'll show in the future when I set up a market as well. It kind of collapses down. Just things that will bring your items more to like eye height so people can see your products really, really clearly. So yeah, that was my short little first ever YouTube video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys found that helpful. And please hit the subscribe button and check us out on Instagram if you're interested. I am always welcoming all the new girlies. So come join us on there, and we'll see you next time.